going on, everybody? This is Art is Life, vlog number 5. I have a story for you. I have to tell you the story in order for this next piece to make sense or for you to understand what I was going for and the meaning behind it. So 10 years ago, I started playing baseball in a league in Chicago. I just found a team off Craigslist called the Mudcats. I will give you the cliff notes of this story because it's very complicated and very long. Long story short on that part is that I ended up, after playing on various teams for a couple years, I finally decided to start my own team. It's called the Yetis. I designed the uniforms, picked the logo, picked the color scheme, picked all the players. It was like all my good friends. And it took us 3 years basically to get good, like really good. So in our third season, we made it all the way to the championship, and it was awesome. It was our third and final season. But along the way, a lot of tomfoolery happened, and we had some challenges with not just the league and the other teams and the league commissioner, but pretty much with everybody. And it all started, there's a lot to this, but it all started basically when we beat the legs off of the commissioner's team, and it was like a really, really intense game, and it got pretty chirpy. And I was center of that at the time, as were a few other people. And it just, the relationship never really recovered from that point. But to make it worse, we started really, really hot our third year. And we ended up being I believe 8-0 to start the season. And what happened was they started spreading not just rumors, but just talking a lot, saying we stacked our team and that it's it's unfair. It was just a lot of whining. A lot of people that we were beating, they were just whining that we were beating them so badly. And it was a weird attitude to take because it wasn't like we just popped up out of nowhere. It took us 3 years to get there. We added some players from a team that had won the previous year, but it was a lot of work. And I put my heart into that team, trying to get everything ironed out and mapped out so that we'd have a chance to win. We ended up losing in the championship, but a bunch of crazy stuff happened at the end, which I guess I'm kind of salty about it. Otherwise, I probably wouldn't be making this video. But long story short, when we won the series to go to the championship, when we won in the semis, we popped a couple bottles of champagne and poured them on one of our players who had a really good game. He threw a complete game. We poured some champagne bottles on him. It wasn't like a drink off or anything like that. This was off the field when the game ended. And all hell broke loose from this. It was the most benign celebration I've ever been a part of. It wasn't even a party. If it was a party, it would have been a party that you wanted to leave because it wasn't fun. It wasn't that exciting. There was a couple bottles of champagne. I thought it was grapefruit juice, to be honest with you, but it turns out it really was champagne. We didn't know because some of the fangirls had brought them, and we were just psh. I was spraying it. It was all good. I was having a good time. I was excited. It was a good day, so I wasn't thinking twice about it. And even if I knew it was champagne, I was we're not drinking or whatever, so I didn't think it'd be a big deal, but I was wrong. It was a big deal. Turns out it was such a big deal that we were banned from playing in the championship unless we paid $500. So the whole lead up to the championship was basically, we're not going to be able to play. Some of us might be suspended. Anyone that's in a photo with a champagne bottle is suspended. Then, some of you guys, if you buy yourselves out of trouble, you can play. It was this crazy thing. And I was sending messages to the commissioner basically saying, because league rule was, if you ever get fined or whatever, your fine goes to charity. So I was that's cool, dog. You're gonna fine us for our celebration. All right, where are we making this check out to charity wise? And of course, I never got an answer because he blocked me months ago, months before this, because I think I sent him a bunch of. I heard through the grapevine he hated when I sent him Bitmojis when I would talk to him. So I just showered him in Bitmojis. I think at one point I was sending him a Bitmoji a day just to let him know I loved him, but apparently he didn't get the message. So anyway, long story short, we lose in the championship. We got our butts kicked, to be totally candid. Hats off to those guys. They kicked our butts. But we won the division that year. We were division champions. And this is now 2 years. 2 years have gone by, and I have not gotten my division trophy. They let us play in the championship. We lost. But the agreement was we would not get our runner-up jackets, which nobody really wanted anyway. And that would be for the fine, for the $500 that wasn't paid, that would be a wash. $500, no jackets, all good. But where's my trophy, man? we won that trophy. I want that trophy. I was just collecting my second division trophy from the Mighty Biscuits. Those guys are cool enough to let me play with them the last couple years. And when I saw their trophy, I was like, man, I want mine. Like, I want mine. Come on, we earned it. Like, what are you doing? So to be told, like, to wrap this whole story up, I'm never gonna get that trophy from the dude. Not a dude I even want to like deal with, to like honestly like beg him for something. Like, we earned it. It is what it is. But I want something in my office to remind me of that Yeti season, because it was fun for me. And this little patchwork here, we actually put on our heads during the championship. These were added to uniform later just because we felt like we had a target on us all year, because the guy had it out for us. For some reason, like, it was a weird deal. And I don't want to like badmouth like one individual dude, but no one really likes him, so it is what it is. And yeah, long story short, I want something for my office that reminds me of this Yeti season, that when we won the division, because it doesn't make sense that we earned something but we don't have anything to show for it. You might not like us, but we earned that trophy. We earned it. So if we can't get the trophy from you, I'll create a trophy that's cooler, that will represent everything I want it to, and it'll also encompass this story I just shared with you now. So that is this. Alright, look at this beauty. Got the wings up here. I don't even want the trophy anymore. Mission accomplished.